Hey y'all, Brian at Connected Home. Today we want to talk to you about outdoor expansions. Now we all love our outdoor space. It's our own little slice of heaven that we can design and build any which way they choose. But just as there are many different types of people, there's also many different types of outdoor and backyard situations you'll find yourself in. Some people may love a tiki bar under a covered porch area. Some people have a sunroom or a patio out back. You may even have a gazebo, or like today's example, a very nice pool area with a patio around the sides. All these require different types of sound depending on what your goal for entertainment value is. Now everyone loves this outdoor space. They love entertaining, having family and friends over to enjoy it with them. So how can we create the best possible sound for our clients? Today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the situations you may find yourself in, and also the situation we find ourselves in today too. So let's take a closer look at some of the different outdoor spaces you may have in your backyard. Let's say you have a tiki bar or a cabana area. Now a normal outdoor speaker mounted either up here high out of the way or possibly on the ceiling or adjacent wall would provide more than enough sound for this small area. Or maybe you have a covered porch area with a television. Now in this situation, you're going to want some outdoor speakers that not only provide sound for the television, but also for music while you're entertaining guests at dinner. In the scene we just viewed, we found ourselves in a small covered porch area, or this could possibly even be a sunroom. In either situation, we always recommend in-ceiling speakers. There's a small concentrated zone that we're working with, so that above head projection is going to keep the sound right in our desired space. But you may choose to go a little further into the yard. In that case, we recommend using some all-weather outdoor speakers, just like we would use here at the gazebo or at the tiki bar that we also saw earlier. Gazebos and tiki bars both have exposed framing, so it's not going to be suitable to use in-ceiling speakers. Plus, we may have power issues or lack thereof. Therefore, Wi-Fi options may not be viable either. So today we're going to be using some all-weather speakers mounted either on the columns or on the rafters. This is going to give us that overhead sound plus the projection we need to cover a slightly larger area. Then we can hide the wiring either in conduit running down the columns, or if it's aluminum extrusions, they can be hidden in the corner. Now the beach can be troublesome even for the best of designers because there are so many different considerations you have to keep in mind while designing your project. Now this space is very large. We have a nice pool area with a patio on either side. Another thing that's going to help us in this backyard space is going to be the landscaping. We have significant landscaping across the property as well as in the back. So this is going to help us in choosing our speaker selection for this particular project. So let's talk a little bit more about the Niles Garden Series speakers.
Now we've zoomed in a little bit closer on these Niles GS Series speakers that you'll notice in the lower right. This satellite is actually a 6-inch and it's brown to match the brown mulch that we have in the yard. It's also made to look pretty much like landscape lighting, so it blends into the background, that same color. We do have a larger space in this situation, so we got the 6-inch satellite and go up to 8, so they do have a little bit larger and a little bit smaller sizes of these. They also come in multiple different colors, so that way it can blend into whatever your idea or your vision for your landscaping is. Now you'll notice over to the left in mid-screen, this is where we have our in-ground sub. Yes, this sub is actually buried underground, and the vibration comes out that dome up at the top because it actually protects from the elements while projecting the sound in a 360-degree motion, so all of your bass is not going in one direction. So the sound waves will travel just as if you had dropped a pebble into the water and you have the rings that go out from the center. That's going to give you some nice overlapping sound when you add the bass on the other side. All of these satellites are positioned in a way so it keeps all of the sound in its intended area. That way we can minimize projection into neighbors' yards, creating less friction for your relationships.
And here we find ourselves at a commercial project we've just recently completed. Let's say you don't have a gazebo or that pool, maybe not even a covered porch area. You just have a nice open space like the one we find here. You would prefer some sound, but also want the space to be functional. That's why I want to introduce the Niles Planter Series speakers. These all-weather beauties not only provide some serious sound, they're also aesthetically pleasing and functional. Yes, you can add real-life plants to this box. Water as needed without any fear of ever damaging your equipment. These all-weather beauties are just like any of the other outdoor speakers we would carry, with all the same capabilities. We even offer speakers that look like rocks for that landscape or that patio area where you want minimal intrusion. We would love to help you dream big for your outdoor expansion, so reach out to us so we can design together. 910-317-0876 or find us online at connectedhomenc.com.